Hey, Tony Hawk here. I just want to introduce you to the Ride controller. Every move you make on the board is going to be read by some serious electronic wizardry. Inside we have technology that senses the way your body shifts. On the sides are sensors that know when your hands or feet are near them. The nose is the part of the board facing towards the screen. The tail is facing away. It may feel more comfortable to have your left foot forward, which means your stance is regular. Or it might feel better to have your right foot forward like me, which means your stance is goofy. For now, we need to keep the board in a regular stance, so the start button should be facing towards the left of the screen. We're going to calibrate the board now. Place the board on the floor perpendicular to the screen and make sure the start button is facing to the left of the screen. Stand in one of these safe zones away from the side sensors. The sensors are first. Stand in one of these safe zones away from the side sensors. Okay, now make sure not to touch the board for the next 15 seconds. Here we go. Okay, now make sure not to touch the board until the countdown ends. Don't worry, the sensors are perfectly safe. Those sensors are going to be super calibrated in a bit. This is probably the easiest thing you'll do all day. Almost there. Got it. Great. Step 1, done. We need to raise the nose of the board into the air. You're going to step on the tail and make sure you cover the back sensor with your foot. Okay, for the next 10 seconds, step on the tail, starting now. Here we go. The nose should be way up in the air. This is also how the board's going to look when you're pulling off your first ollie. Come on, come on, come on. And done. Fantastic. Now for the other side. Now we need to raise the tail of the board up. Step on the nose and make sure that you cover the front sensor with your foot. For the next 10 seconds, step on the nose. And go. Now your board's tail should be shooting towards the ceiling. When you do a nollie, your board will resemble this. Okay, all finished. Got it. Now let's move on to the sides. We need you to step on the left side of the board with your foot covering the left sensor. For the next 10 seconds, you should be stepping on the left side of the board. Here we go. Hey, look over there. All right, now look here. Okay, all finished. Great work. We need you to step on the right side of the board with your foot covering the right sensor. For the next 10 seconds, you should be stepping on the right side of the board. Here we go. Try to keep the board still during this process. So, how's the weather? What do you guys do around there for fun? We're almost done. Okay, all finished. All right. You don't have to calibrate every time you play, but if you connect a new board or have to replace the batteries, you should recalibrate in the options menu. Now you're ready to ride. Can you believe it? This skater just turned pro, and now look where we're at. This is a true Cinderella story. Just a few days ago, they were called up by P-Rod for a special mission in Southern California. Hey, thanks for picking up Tony Hawk Ride. What you have in your hands is one of the most advanced game controllers ever made, and we are stoked that you're about to experience skateboard video gaming at its best. My job here is to help you turn into the best Tony Hawk rider out there. So let's get going and start shredding it up. First thing you want to do is get comfortable on the board. Step up onto the board. If your right foot is on the back of the board, you're regular-footed. If it's in the front of the board, you're goofy-footed, like me. Whichever way you stand on the board needs to be rotated so your right heel is always over the start button. Once you're on the board, go ahead and tilt it a bit to get comfortable. Ideally, your back foot should be placed along the back curve of the board. You'll find out why later on. To move forward on the board, you'll want to do a push. Take either foot, preferably your back foot, and swipe it by the side sensors of the board. 3 good swipes and you'll be at maximum speed. You can always step off the board if you feel like you're losing your balance. For now, don't worry about steering. We're just going to concentrate on some basics. We're putting you on a set path so you can just concentrate on pulling off tricks. Okay, let's give it a try. Now that you know how to stand on the board and push, it's time to start the fun. In skating, an ollie is when you pop the board up into the air using only your feet. Make sure your back foot is positioned properly on the back curve of the board. This will make it easier to pop the board up. To perform an ollie, quickly lift up the front of the board by pressing down on the back of the board with your back foot. Remember, positioning your back foot is key to doing a successful ollie. In this next run, the challenge is to successfully ollie a number of times throughout the level. I've put some icons out there that you will want to ollie into. When you come up to them, just pop an ollie and you'll collect them. Enjoy it. Grinds! Grinding objects is a blast. In this run, we'll be learning how to pop up onto objects and performing grinds. As always, first you pop an ollie to get up onto the object that you want to grind. Once you are grinding, you can either ride it out or try other tricks such as another ollie or rotating the board for a different grind. Have some fun with it. When you come to the end of a grind, you can either automatically drop off or perform another ollie to pop off. The angle at which you approach an object will give you different types of grinds. Alright, back in you go. I've placed icons by certain objects that are perfect for grinding. Remember to experiment with moving and rotating your board around once you're grinding. Okay, you got the ollie down. Next up are flip tricks using tilt. Tilt flip tricks involve popping up an ollie and then with your back foot tilting the board in a direction. You'll get different tilt flip tricks based on the direction of the tilt. As before, your foot position is key to successfully performing the trick. Keep your ollie position and see how it feels when you tilt. Flick flip tricks use the same idea of an ollie and another motion. So first you do your ollie, then instead of a tilt, you will quickly rotate the board either clockwise or counterclockwise. You'll notice that the board spins around in the direction of the quick rotation. Once again, it's lift up quickly for an ollie, then a quick rotation of the board either clockwise or counterclockwise. Alright, let's get back in there and hit those tricks. As usual, you'll be taken through the level and you'll see these icons where I want you to pull off the flick flip tricks. So far you've been popping ollies to perform the various mechanics of skateboarding. Now it's time to get into manuals. With ollies, it's all about popping up the front of the board. With manuals, it's still about lifting the front of the board, but now we want you to do it slower. By slowly raising the front of the board, you will see that the skateboard doesn't pop into the air. Instead, we are initiating a manual, or what some people would call a wheelie. Now we're riding on 2 wheels instead of 4. The fun and challenging thing about manuals is maintaining your balance for as long as possible. Try holding your position and see how long you can last. You'll notice that when you're doing a manual, a meter comes up. This meter shows your balance while manualing. The green zone of the meter is where you want to be for maximum scoring. It looks easy, but takes a lot of skill to maintain that balance properly. Are you up for it? Let's get back in and start manualing. I'm sure you've noticed that you've been guided by a rail for each of the training runs so far. This is an example of our casual mode in the game. Here you just have to worry about timing your tricks and there's minimal navigation to think about. An option you do have is the ability to switch rails at key points of the level. You'll see a junction come up with arrows indicating your options. To choose a path, simply tilt the board in either direction to select one. The arrow will light up showing the current selection as you tilt. Once selected, you will automatically be taken to that path. Remember, simply tilt to select the path you want to go to. Well, you've done pretty well so far. It's time for a pop quiz. We're going to test you on everything you've learned so far. Good luck, and I'll see you in a bit. The training wheels are off. Here we will start learning how to navigate on the board. To do slight turns, try nudging or slightly leaning on the board. A little goes a long way. The best thing to do is to bend your knees a bit to help you balance and tilt slightly left or right on the board. Small tilts while the board is flat on the ground will give you the ability to move left and right through the environment. As always, position your feet so that you are comfortable doing these tilts. In the next test, you will be navigating through a number of gates. Simply tilt the board slightly to get to each gate as you approach them. Remember, a little goes a long way, so don't feel like you have to tilt the board too hard for this run. Slight tilts give you the smaller turns and help you adjust towards objects as you approach them. Now we'll get into hard turning. There are times when you want to make sharp turns or just turn around very quickly. This will involve tilting the board as far as possible to get a hard turn. As always, your feet should be positioned to be as comfortable as possible when making the tilt. There's no specific right or wrong position, just experiment until it feels right to you. Keeping your knees bent can help quite a bit with hard turning, as you want to have as low a center of gravity as possible. Simply do the tilt motion with the board flat on the ground. Tilt it as far as you can go. You'll notice that the turning becomes increasingly sharp as you tilt. This will allow you to turn sharp corners easily. Okay, back in you go. This one is probably going to take some practice, so give it a few tries. Well, you've done pretty well so far. It's time for a pop quiz. We're going to test you on everything you've learned so far. Good luck, and I'll see you in a bit.
So this place is loaded with opportunities. Check out some of the unique objects and let's see what kind of run you can put together. I still love grinding the old cement spindles in the barbecue pit. The reservoir, it's far outside the city, but it's the best place to skate. Hey, it's P-Rod here. What's going on? I'm here in Venice Beach. Come on down. Let's go skate some spots I know. Speed session. Let's see how fast you can go. You have to make it down to the end of Venice Beach as fast as you can. You are fast. You should try your skills at a different session type. So this is a great place to get used to being on your board. Just set your feet, relax, push and roll. Alright, you've got the tricks. Now let's see what else you've got. Be sure to check out the speed session if you haven't already. So this place is loaded with opportunities. Check out some of the unique objects and let's see what kind of run you can put together. Alright already, no time for gloating. We still have plenty of work to do. But yes, you're amazing. Okay, so in the speed session, speed is obviously the name of the game. And that's good because the LA River is all about speed. You did it, man. That was sweet. All right, let's see what else we have to do here. This is the moment of glory. Time to show what you're made of. That was tight. It's safe to say you nailed it. Hey guys, welcome to the challenge session in the reservoir. There's all kinds of spots to skate. Whoa, that was tight. Nice work knocking out those challenges. You have got some skills.
For vert skating, you'll want to turn the board to be parallel with the screen, and make sure the buttons on the side of the board are facing away from the screen. When your character is heading towards the left side of the board is considered the nose. When heading to the right side of the board is the nose. To drop in, simply raise the nose of the board and then drop it down. Getting height in vert is as easy as popping an ollie. The key here is to make sure you time it properly. As you approach the top of the ramp, pop an ollie right at the very top. This area is the coping. If you pop too late, you won't get the height, and if you pop too soon, you'll go into a stall. You'll see that when you don't ollie, you don't get up as high. Time that ollie right and you get a nice boost. Practice this a bit until you get your timing right. I'll see you in a little while. Now that you know where the coping is, let's try something else here. To spin in the air when coming off the top of the ramp, try tilting the board right before the coping. You can tilt the board either way. Make sure you tilt it before the coping to get the spin. If you tilt it in the air, you'll do a flip trick instead. The more severe the tilt, the more spins you'll get. Be patient figuring out the timing and the amount of tilt. Don't get too dizzy. Vert is the best place to learn how to grab your board. This is something that can also be done in street skating, but we figured you want some extra air to practice. The 4 sensors around the board allow you to make different grabs. 3 of the 4 sensors on the board will allow you to make grabs. The sensor on your heel edge will be disabled. This applies to street skating also. Whichever sensor you put your hand by, that's where the skater will grab the board. Okay, in this next session, ollie up to get some big air. Once you're up high, reach out to one of the 3 active sensors on the board. Stalls are when you hit the top of the ramp and come to a stop. There are 2 main types of stalls. Lift the nose of the board before the top of the ramp to perform a blunt. Lift the tail of the board before the top to perform a nose stall. Timing is key here. If you do the lift too late, you'll do an ollie. Be sure to pop the board in the area past the ramp's transition and just before the coping. Alright, time to drop back in. You're going to be pulling off a number of stalls to get past this session. Good luck, and I'll see you in a bit. Inverts are like stalls, but instead of stopping with the board, you're putting one hand on the coping while grabbing your board with the other. Basically, a one-handed handstand. To perform an invert, move your hand over the front sensor as you approach the top of the ramp. The timing is the same as the stall, but it's about hand placement over the sensor and not about popping an ollie. Okay, let's get into this. The same as the stall session, you need to pull off a set number of inverts here. You better stretch your arms a bit for this one. time to have some fun. Use any combination of vert tricks you have learned so far to score points. Once you have scored enough points, you will have completed vert training and will be ready to take on the pros.
The more variety of tricks, the better. We have to hit a certain score or no one is going to take you seriously. Now get in there, let's do it. Great job, you're a natural. You're ready for the Vans Downtown Showdown Pro Challenge. I'll hook you up with my man Dustin Dolan. He'll be there to show you how it's done.
Hey, what's up? I've been expecting you. The other team already killed it with their scores. You gotta beat these guys or you'll never make it to the next town. sick run, man. You really nailed it that time. Woohoo! I just had a chat with Tony Hawk. Ha! You may have heard of him. He said Stevie Williams has scouted out some sweet spots in Chicago. Pack your board and head up there. He'll give you a call when you get in.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Stevie Williams. Welcome to Chicago, man. I'm impressed. We usually hit the plaza at sundown because security pretty much be asleep. It's a tight space, but I think you can manage. Listen, let me tell you something about Lower Wacker Drive. It's Chicago's skating gym. When it comes to street skating, it doesn't get much more realer than this. Look, don't forget to use the ramps to get up to higher grinds or over objects. Now trust me, you're going to need it at the end. Damn, you made it! You didn't happen to see a car wreck, did you? Listen, Lower Wacker Drive is scattered with rails, dumpsters, and concrete barriers that you can connect to make the illest lines. Yo, you made it. Now you're ready to try out another session. Look, man, watch yourself while you're pulling off these challenges. Accidents can happen.
Here's me.
Yo, use the banks and ramps to build and maintain your speed. Yo, you made it. Now you're ready to try out another session. Look, man, watch yourself while you're pulling off these challenges. Accidents can happen. Yo, you made it. Now you're ready to try out another session.
Hey, this is Carabeth. Build up the meter by pumping up the crowd. Keep them pumped. Hey, head over to Lower Wacker Drive and meet up with Mike Moe for the manual challenge.
Is that alright? Hey, what's up? This is Mike. Dude, I hope you're ready to take a few slams. This is gonna be hard. Hey, just got a text. Mike V's waiting for you in New York.
Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. The Brooklyn Banks are a historic skate spot. For banks are all about flip tricks, grabs, and channeling gaps. It's a more technical mixture of street and vert. And just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can't have fun at the park. New York Park has some of the most fun and crazy challenge spots ever made. Pirates, ships, giant octopus, grindable squid. What's not to love? Hey, what's up, man? It's Mike V here in New York. So I heard you beat Mike Moe in the manual challenge. Good job. Hey, you gotta use the banks and quarter pipes to build and maintain momentum. This makes it much easier to maintain your speed, turn, and flow from area to area. Alright, you made that look easy. Now that you got that down, be sure to check out the other New York sessions if you haven't already. Look to break into the hidden half-pipe vert area. Once you're in, skate over the big arch doorway. Alright, you made that look easy. Now that you got that down, be sure to check out the other New York sessions if you haven't already. In the half-pipe vert area, try skating over that big arch doorway. Nicely done. You're definitely well-rounded. Let's hit that other session. Be sure to jump off the whale and through the bronze apple. Lindsay is hanging out over at the half pipe, which you should check out if you haven't already. Alright, see if you can combo the jellyfish tentacle grind onto the bridge rail grind. Nice! You dominated that session. Whenever you're ready, you can try out the other sessions at the park. Get out there and have some fun, and hit up as many challenges as you can. That was awesome! Who knew skating a giant octopus could be so fun? I think it's time to move on to the next session.
Hey, Lindsay Adams Hawkins here. Hope you're ready to skate some vert. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Stalls. For big points. But timing is very key. Finally! That's how it's done. Looks like you earned a spot at the Back to the Banks Pro Challenge. Head over to the Banks and meet up with Steve Nesser. He'll show you how it's done.
Many great skaters got started right here in the Banks, but right now it's just you and me. Dude, just pulling sick tricks isn't gonna be enough. You want the dude or no dude? Remember, combos are key. Gotta throw a dude in there. Dude. Okay, according to this message I just got, you're heading out to Germany. Apparently Scheckler's been out there for some reason, scouting out some spots.
Schnitzel.
Give him a ring when you get there. Sweet.
Make sure you take the time to check out some different areas, like the space exhibit, the train station, and don't forget to pop by the food court to pick up some schnitzel. Hey man, it's Ryan Scheckler, and this tour is officially international. Have you ever been running through the airport, late for a flight, and wish you had your board? Well, now's your chance. Tear this terminal up. Congrats, you did it. You're finished ripping through the airport. You're ready for your next session. Have you ever been running through the airport, late for a flight, and wish you had your board? Well, now's your chance. Tear this terminal up. Congrats, you did it. You're finished ripping through the airport. You're ready for your next session. It's all about the challenge spots. They're all set up perfectly and begging to be skated. All you gotta do is find some good lines and stick with it. Nicely done. You definitely stuck those challenges. Check out some other sessions before you jet on to your next spot.
Holy 80s! Look at these people! I love this. Tony and I used to tear it up. I remember like it was yesterday. I think there's something cooking up in Japan. Not sure what it is. Maybe you'll find out. For now, head on up to Barcelona and meet up with Nija.
Be sure to hit up the Barcelona Plaza to connect a few bench grinds, shoot through the pipe statue, and transfer over the dividing wall in the back quarter pipe. Toledo, it's a countryside as fun to skate as it is to look at. Hey, my name's Rodney. Hey, my name is Rodney Mullen. I'm here in Spain, and I have no idea what I'm doing here. Don't overthink it. Do it like you always do. It's just a rhythm. And don't forget to try all the other sessions before you jet off to the next spot. You can get up to the top of the gallery from inside the bottom section. And don't forget to try all the other sessions before you jet off to the next spot. Make sure to make the most of the cool spots in order to check off the different challenges. Man, you were making it look pretty easy out there. That's the kind of stuff people like to see, so keep it up. My only advice is to get as much air as you can. You're gonna need it to get over the gaps in the bridge. That was a crazy downhill run. You ought to hop over to the other session. My only advice is to get as much air as you can. You're gonna need it to get over the gaps in the bridge. That was a crazy downhill run. You ought to hop over to the other session. Now here you'll have to stay on your toes and be on the lookout for challenge spots as you skate through the garden, marketplace, and aqueducts. That was some amazing stuff. Well done. When you're done reflecting on how awesome you are, you should take some time to check out the other sessions. You might not come back to this place. Welcome to the Barcelona Halfpipe. This is where it's at. You're a natural. I think you're ready for the S-Game escape. Nigel will be in touch with you.
What's up? It's Nigel Houston. Are you ready to skate? I mess up, it's your turn to land something that I gotta copy. The first one to spell skate loses.
Holy moly.
That was amazing.
Hey, it's Tony Hawk. Welcome to the Ultimate Game Show. years, I've kept people in the dark about where I was and what I've been working on. I've had you cross the globe and learn from the best, all for this moment. In Japanese history, the samurai called these travels warrior pilgrimages. As my student, you have one more challenge. A series of trials that test the mettle of a true skater. The Boom X2 TH Vertical U-Ramp, go! Drop in and let's see if you can handle my world. Now go! You didn't think this was the ending, did you? Get ready for the ultimate skate session. Hey, it's Tony Hawk. Welcome to the ultimate game Can you believe it? This skater just turned pro, and now look where we're at. This is a true Cinderella story. Just a few days ago, they were called up by P-Rod for a special mission in Southern California. Following a series of clues from a bunch of my pro skater friends, they took a journey around the world, from New York to Frankfurt to Tokyo. All along the way, they discovered 6 new spots that I've been secretly incorporating into my final challenge. That's right, there's more. officially the newest skater to join the elite crew of Boom X2 TH Go Show winners. It's been a long journey, but you showed that we made the right choice. Congrats, and I'll see you in the next episode of Boom X2 TH Go Show!